Hello YouTubers, this is Bob Hickman. It is so great to be back with you. Well, I hope you had a wonderful and blessed holiday weekend. Well, I've been promising you guys more messages from the spirit world, and here we are. But before we get into the letters today, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. My friend Fletcher's over here. He says hi to you. Okay, let's see. My first letter today is for Tehanu 3. And, in terms of your abilities, one of the gifts that you have is what we call the power of projection. Some people receive information, some people project it. You have a power of projection, and you literally can, it's like sending laser rays through the eyes. So the light, the spiritual light, can transmit from your eyes and influence people and influence events. And that's a wonderful gift. It's interesting because you actually developed that gift in the 1800s in your previous life, because you were actually living in Romania at the time. You were one of the gypsies. You would travel in your caravans and used to do readings for people. So you have some psychic ability that comes over from that. And I'm also getting here around you. I want you to watch the month of July, because it seems like there's a lot of new beginnings here for you. And I keep getting issues connected with schooling. So you may be finding yourself going back to school or doing some sort of classes in education here. And I pick up metaphysics connected with this. So you may be doing some metaphysical studies here as we go into the summer. Thanks for writing. Okay, next letter, Snake Storm TV. Hi. Thank you for your wonderful question. In regards to my publications and my books, yes, I do have a new book coming out. There's been a little bit of delay here, and it should be out hopefully in end of May or beginning of June. And the name of the book is Messages from Rose. And it's going to be kind of a biography about how I met my spirit guide Rose and all the various adventures we've been on. So, anyways, yeah, keep watching here. I'll have more information as we get to that. And I'm honored that you took time to read my other two books. And anyways, yeah, so Messages from Rose will be out in just about a month or so. Okay? Thanks for writing. All right, my next letter is for Queen Jiffy. Hi. Now, in regards to that person that you made the connection with while traveling in Italy, I see a very good friendship coming out of it. I don't know that it's going to romance right now, but I want you to watch, because they do show that in the month of June, there seems to be another person that enters your life. And I get a connection with this with Germany, and I feel like it's somebody who's of a German nationality who lives in your local area. So as for the Italian connection, well, spend time, get to know them. But I feel like that develops more into a close friendship for you. Okay? But watch June. I feel there's somebody new coming in there. Okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, next letter. Lauren Lockdown. That's a neat name. Well, your spirit guide, her name is Tracy. And they show me that she's been around you the last few years. She's a young lady. She died in World War II. And she's coming in to work with you because it looks like she's helping you to open your creative writing here. And I get the sense that you may be doing some journaling or something like that. But this is how you're going to connect with the spirit world through writing. Could even take the form of automatic writing. So, anyways, that's your guide. Her name is Tracy, and she's around you. Her age, she's about age 18 or 19. Okay. Thanks for writing. All right. Next letter, Libra Hope. Oh, excuse me. Libra Hunting 1977. Let's see here. Now, yes. Well, in regards to your questions here, in terms of having better balance, I want you to watch the month of June here, because they show that you're coming into a place of peace. It's interesting. You tend to run in about 3-year cycles. And that means every 3 years you go through a major life transition. Everybody runs in different cycles. I run in 5-year cycles, some run in 2, 1. You have about a 3-year pattern going on here. And I see as we get into June a new 3-year cycle starting. And I think that's going to give you greater peace. Now, in terms of the marriage, that's going to improve as well. So I don't want you to freak out. You know, it's not over. Your husband's not cheating on you. You're not leaving him. It's going to get better, but just hang in there. Watch the month of June, okay? I also get new work around you, and I think that around the month of June, you may be taking on some sort of work. I see children involved, so it could be connected to schooling or some sort of daycare center or something like this. Younger children, though, in the month of June also. So, let's see what happens there. Thanks for writing. All right, next letter, Mr. Kokaro. I like that name. You know, there is a spirit. Well, you've got a lot of spirits in your house, I have to tell you, but there's one that I do pick up. It's a young girl, and her name is Laura. And it's interesting. She looks about 10 or 11 years old. She's very inquisitive, and she plays a lot. It's interesting. They keep telling me she runs through the kitchen, and it's like the lower cabinets. It's like she's opening and closing them. So you might want to kind of pay attention to the kitchen area. I do pick up activity there. And yes, my spirit guide Fletcher says your animal, your dog, is very, very psychic. So you might want to take your dog room to room and watch his reactions. But the girl's name is Laura. She's 10 years old. Looks like she died in the early 1900s. I believe it may have been whooping cough or some sort of flu epidemic that took her out. I don't believe she actually lived in the house you're in now, but she's connected to that area from that time, early 1900s, okay? Anyways, her name is Laura. Just talk to her, and she'll respond, okay? Yes, I'm also being told you want to put out some cookies for her because she loves sweets. So that'll help you to have a better communication, okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, next letter, Xbox's Glitcher. Okay. Well, you know, you ask a very good question here, and you said, does using the Ouija board make a person become psychic? Well, using the Ouija board in and of itself is a neutral device, like a telephone. However, a Ouija board can assist you in learning to open that channel and establish communications. It can be helpful in that. Now, some people are just naturally gifted as psychics, and the Ouija board works great. But even people who are psychic sometimes don't have success with it. So it's really an issue of try different things to open that psychic connection. The main thing that's so very important, though, is that you meditate and that you ask for the higher power to come in and help you. But the Ouija board can be a helpful tool. It doesn't necessarily make you psychic, though. But it's something you can practice. But meditation will help you to become psychic. So do meditation every day, and then as you work with the Ouija board, you'll be in a stronger place to get that channel and that connection. Okay? Hope that helps a little bit. All right, next letter. Sharon MLA 82. Hi. I want you to watch mid-May because they keep telling me that around that time there's going to be some improvement for you. And I keep getting traveling around you. And I feel like that this travel kind of is taking you out of your place, and you start to have more peace. I'm getting a northern England connection here. And I see you going up near Scotland. And what's funny is, as we get a little further in the year, maybe a little later towards the fall, I almost feel like there may even be an issue of a move to the northern England area, or even right over the border in Scotland. So, anyways, things are going to pick up here. So watch mid-May, okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, let's see here. S. Faraza 13. Yeah, hi, you write about your past life. And the thing that I see around you is one of your past lives was in the early 1900s, and you lived in New York in the United States. You were actually a detective. You used to be working with the police as a detective, crime solving. And unfortunately, you died around 1908. Looks like you were shot because somebody you were investigating took a gun and killed you. They knew they were being monitored. So it's interesting. You might want to do some research on New York police in the early 1900s because I pick up a connection there. I believe you had the name, the first name was a Brian. It was a Brian. Last name he had some sort of name like It sounded Italian to me, like Stefani or Stazzoli, something with an S. But it was around 1908, I believe he died, okay? Anyway, so that helps. Thanks for writing. Okay, let's see, next letter. Scalone 326. Well, you know, it's interesting because I keep getting issues of schooling around you. And I feel like, you know, that you're going to be doing more schooling as we go towards the fall. And it's interesting. May even be a move at that time. And it's funny, now you're going to laugh when I say this, but I also get stronger relationship energy around you as we go through in the fall. And I feel like at the end of 2012, so it'll be a year from this December, December 2012, though not 2011, that you'll actually have a marriage proposal. So I keep saying marriage. Somebody at least asking you to marry them around December of 2012. But before all that, watch this fall, because there's a lot of movement energy here. I do feel you'll move locally, and I keep seeing you go to like an apartment here, and then you may have a roommate at that time. So let's watch and see what happens. Thanks so much for writing. All right, next letter is Metzahauka. Hi. You know, hon, first of all, let me tell you, I do sense that you're opening to mediumship here. And it's very interesting because they do show me spirits talk to you. But I want you to try to seek out a spiritualist church, because I feel like at this stage in your development, I'd like you to be under the guidance of a teacher that will help you to learn how to monitor those vibrations, know how to work with that energy. So you might want to get check out your local directory and see if there's a spiritualist church in your area. I think that'd go well to help you, okay? But no, you're not crazy. I do think you're very much an empath and developing as a medium. So anyways, if you have some problems with that, let me know and I can see if I can connect you to somebody, okay? Thanks for writing. All right, next letter, 3D and 4D. You know, I keep seeing Haymarket around you, and I do feel that you'll go on and purchase a property. And I'd say don't worry about the finance, because I see it coming through for you. Looks like around July or August here is when that's going to be the strongest time for you to make a move. So I'd say go ahead and invest, because I feel like you get this property, and then you're in a place of like, oh, wow, I'm glad I got it when I did. It's really nice. Because I feel like where you are right now, it feels too cramped. I feel you need more space, and not just space in the house, but space outside the house. So I feel you want to move to someplace that's a little more open, okay? And I don't see any problems around that for you, okay? But it looks like more around July or August here that that's a stronger option on the table, okay? But it does look like Haymarket. All right. Thanks for writing. All right, next letter. Jevation. Hi, thank you for your letter. I am so honored that my Holy Saturday video was a treat for you. Anyways, for those of you who missed it, I put up a video about Holy Saturday right before Easter, and Jevation loved it. Thank you. You know, I want you to watch this fall, because it seems that around you there's a lot of new starts here. Because I feel like, you know, when I go back on the chart here, this last year, it's like everything kind of fell apart. Wasn't one of the better years for you. But the fall, around September and also October, seems like new beginnings here. Could even be some schooling. And I pick up a greater sense of freedom, because I feel like you've been bound by something. So it looks like in the fall, new openings, new friendships. It's going to be a good time for you, okay? Keep me posted. Thanks for writing. Okay, let's see here. Yes, let's see. Blossoms by Angelica. Hello, dear. Well, first of all, let me tell you, you know, your question's very good. You asked about the symbol of the Horned Lord. And, you know, this is something actually that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people look at the Wiccan deities and they're scared. They go, the Horned Lord, it's the devil. No, he's not. The Horned Lord is very ancient, goes back thousands and thousands of years. And why you think it's the devil is during the, you know, the early days of the Catholic Church, they wanted to eradicate the pagan movements. So they took the image of the Horned Lord and they transformed it into a villainous-looking evil thing. And the Horned Lord really didn't look evil. He was quite beautiful. So, don't buy into the propaganda is what I'm saying. The Horned Lord is a being of majesty, of beauty. He has great love for all the people of the earth, and he's not scary. And if you do some research, you'll find some images of him that are more gentle, maybe not so, so harsh. He can be seen with either having antlers like a deer or horns like a goat. Dionysus, one of the Greek gods, is sometimes shown with little horns in his hair. He had grape leaves in his hair, and he's very nice looking. You might want to look up images of Dionysus and see, does he have horns? Some people relate to Pan, though Pan is half human, half goat. But the Horned Lord can take different forms, and he appears exactly as you want him to be. So if you visualize somebody very different, who looks very beautiful, that's your image of the Horned Lord, because he's not tied to one direct image. He can take many forms. Alright? So, if you're studying Wicca and you're trying to understand how to relate to the Horned Lord, try to understand, ask him to reveal himself to you. Because if the Horned Lord reveals himself to you, you'll know him. Okay? Thank you so very much for writing. Okay. Next letter. Moon, Sun, Stars. Hello, dear. Well, first of all, let me tell you something. I pick up around you the spirit of your grandfather. And I keep hearing he's like laughing. He's really happy. And he wants you to know, he says, I'm so happy I've been visiting her. He says he's been around you. And what's interesting about his presence is, he says, yes, the number 7 is significant. He's using that number to get your attention. Now, he's also asking me to talk to you about the number 7 because it represents forgiveness. That's the words he says. He says 7 is forgiveness. And I feel like there's somebody in your family, and maybe it's you actually, who feels that they need to be forgiven of something. And he says this number 7 reappears, and it is significant. He wants you to know you had nothing to do with his death, and he's not upset with you, nor anybody else in the family. But 7 is his symbol of divine compassion, and it means divine forgiveness. And it also means that you are coming into a place of your own spiritual power. When he crossed over to the spirit world, he left his body. And he was not at all suffering the time he got to heaven. He said it was so quick. It was like he was there, then he was just in the light. So he received forgiveness, and he wants you to know that you don't have to feel that you have anything to be forgiven for either. But 7 is his sign of divine power, forgiveness, and his presence. So whenever you see that number, that's his way of just checking in on you, okay? So be watching, because I do see you seeing that number reappear quite a bit, okay? But your question's very good. But I want to let you know he's in the light. He keeps saying, he says, tell them I love them. So he's with you and blessing you. Nothing to fear, all right? Thanks for writing. Well, guys, that's all I'm going to get to today, but I'm so glad you came, and thank you for watching. And anyways, we'll have more videos coming this week. As you know, here at Spirit Channel, we always keep it going. Keep it here, guys. Thank you so much. Blessings to all of you. We'll talk to you soon. And next week, of course, you know, we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.